All right. Morgan, so give us some tea. What are your thoughts? What's going through your head right now?
hmm So last night I was definitely frustrated, but I tried to like keep that to myself. The fact that we scored 1 point out of 7 is like was like a lot for me to like, and I was the 1 point that we got. So that was like a little upsetting and frustrating, but like I feel like I would hope that everybody did their best or tried their best. Um but yeah, it's just I'm like been all day like racking my brain as to like what to do, honestly, how to gauge everything. So,
So, um, let's rewind for a bit. Last round, your tribe. Last round, your folder went to the recycling bin, and we saw Lawrence get voted out in a 7-3 vote.
yes,
Um, were you shocked? Were you not shocked? Were you
I was
upset?
I was not I was not shocked based off of conversations that have happened. I was surprised that Tanner got 3 votes. I was thinking like 2-ish, but the third vote, I'm like, I don't know who the third vote would have been. Um, that's what threw me a little bit. But as far as Lawrence leaving, I think that was like it was either between Tanner and Lawrence, and I was trying to get it more on Lawrence, just because of the relationships I have communicated more with Tanner up to that point. Mm.
All right. Another thing that sparked interest in me was Jess had mentioned players in the game that were potentially in the same room as you a few weeks ago. Does that impact your game or not?
I don't think it does. I just because I don't have it just I think it's like initial like okay, so like right now I actually think like I have like a list of people that I'm not too comfortable with. I wouldn't say like I'm necessarily super uncomfortable, just like engagement in conversations. Like I feel like Nick, I have conversations with, but it's like lack of like consistency. So like that's what's sketching me, not necessarily that he's untrustworthy, but my conversations with Jazzy, um I feel like either not that she's trying to get information out of me, but she's very like being very like surface level with information that she's saying. So like I noticed like I said something and she essentially said the same. Like when I was like, "Oh, what are your preferences?" She basically said exactly what I just said, but like in a different like form. And I like caught on to that. So I was like, I don't know if she trusts me and that maybe she's doing the same thing that I'm doing to her. Um but yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm still like trying to feel that out, especially since I think that I don't know if they voted for Tanner. So and nobody's going to admit that they were on like the lower side of the vote.
Okay.
Also, Gianna, I'm like so that's that's my biggest red flag right now that I'm like all day today. I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, I think that's the biggest red flag for me at the moment.
So, yeah, and losing the challenge, you're heading back into the recycling bin, where once again someone will be deleted from the system. Is there anyone on your radar that you want gone?
I obviously like what I just mentioned, I feel like Jazzy and Nick are like kind of I feel like I would more so possibly trust Nick more than Jazzy. I'm not really sure. But Gianna, like the more and more I think about it, Gianna's like raising my list of like sketchiness. Um just because there's no substance. So like if I had to say, I think I'm gonna go for Gianna just because I think it was like a super red flag to just like jump. Like didn't really think about it, just like switched. So that's either like she has close relations here or like I'm not really sure how to feel about that. But that's I think what I'm gonna once I talk to others, I think that's kind of like more so where I'm headed because I think Nick might have more value once we engage more in conversations. Like I think that could be a potential good relationships. I'm just the engagement in like consistency in consistent conversations isn't there yet. Hello.
That was not letting me on mute. Okay.
It's
Um,
like
so I had a question that it flew out of my head. Let's see. Okay. Now you know what our main twist is of the season.
yeah.
Now you know what happens when a winning captain, or in this case, a hacker, joins the losing tribe. Um, does that spark you wanting to be a captain moving forward?
Um I think it's nerve-wracking because it'll show your cards. Or like it could be used against you later. So like I think like I'm not really sure. Like I started a conversation with Corey today. But I don't know if like say I were the captain and I go over there and I gauge something wrong and then I give and I'm gonna want to go back to my tribe. Like because giving the immunity is like definitely something to like keep on the radar. That's like what I'm considering for tonight too. Like that is he either stays and keeps immunity or he leaves and gives it. So that's giving somebody that safety, which should be like taken into consideration. Because you just never know.
So with this twist, does it spark the ideas? Have you spoken to people where it's of, oh, whoever the captain is, do we want to throw a challenge so we ensure them immunity and give them a choice, or like, are you more thinking of being a strong tribe and sticking it out together?
I uh I don't I don't want to throw a challenge because we've lost two, but I feel as if it just depends on relationships. I think like I'm very thankful for the tribe that I'm on because I definitely feel like the group that I am with, I do feel like a lot of genuine and trust. So I am appreciative of that and I do think like now is the time to go to the recycle bin to get the ones that we're questionable about, but I don't want to make an opinion like it's very early to form those opinions because we might think that somebody is not like we might think somebody's sketchy, but it really isn't. We just haven't had the time to develop that relationship. So I don't know. I feel like the next decision in captain will definitely actually communicate with each other more as to who we want it to be. Because I'd rather an ally go over than somebody who could possibly use that as an opportunity to like form relationships over there.
Okay. Um, so let's talk about a specific chat that consists of Bruce, Miss Coran, yourself, Miss Allie, and Mr. Tanner. Is
Yes.
this a group that you are sticking with till the end, or a group that you are just in it for the ride until you branch out to others?
Um, that is within my tribe, the people that I feel the most comfortable with. To the end, I don't know. there are some people in that group that I do see myself wanting to go to the end with. But as of right now, those are probably like my top people that I want to play the game with and work with. So I, yeah, I'd rather them than anybody else I've talked to. So I wouldn't necessarily say end game, but those are definitely people that I want to go far with.
Okay. Hello, Mac. Um, excuse me. So, I'm gonna ask a question that Mac asked everyone. So, for this round alone, if you could describe a TV show based on this round, what would it be?
Oh, a TV show on this round. Oh my God, I wasn't prepared. Let me look up references. Hold on.
I just woke up. It's like it's not even 7 in the morning, but also Sean, you're so goofy for that.
Oh, whatever movie where somebody carries the team in a challenge is the movie that I would. I don't know any movies that refer to that, but that's literally how I feel. I feel like freaking Xander on his tribe from the season where he just carries. That's how I feel. Like that's how this challenge is to me.
Okay. Has your trust list from last round changed, or is it the same?
Um, it's changed a little as to far of like I think my people that I trust the most obviously are the same, with that being Bruce and Allie. And then the people that I feel like I can maybe Marvin is working his way up just because I feel like just the no communication throws me off. But now that we've had communication, I can like think a little bit more. But Jazzy really wasn't sketched to me at first, and now she is. So that's changed. And then Gianna just like with the one word messages is just throwing me off too. Because it's like if you want to work with somebody, you wouldn't do that. And so that just shows me that you're just like small talking,
Okay.
in my opinion.
All right. My last question before we end this confessional. You mentioned a lot of people for a possible vote earlier. Is there a specific list where you want to see like a certain person go, and then the next person, and the next person? If oh, her.
Sorry, I have my notebook and of like my list of I don't have like a I want this person and then I want this person, I want this person. I just have like the people that make me feel the most like the people that make me uncomfortable, and then I'm like looking at them individually and seeing if there's any progress, and then that like kind of moves them up and down.
Is there a specific person for this round that you want to see go?
Mm, I'm leaning towards Gianna. As of right now, I'm leaning towards Gianna, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
My questions.
I'm trying to think. Um, favorite season of Survivor that you've seen?
Oh, I don't. I'm not a popular opinion. Like I'm not with the popular opinion. Like my favorite season is probably Blo- um Blood versus Water, maybe.
First one?
I usually like any season that Tyson's in, But I love Tyson. Like,
That's actually one of my favorites.
yeah, I enjoy Tyson a lot. And then I don't really like the newer seasons, honestly. If I go and rewatch a season, it's usually an older one.
I've only seen 2 seasons of Survivor as a whole. Love that.
You need to get with Jen, and she like gives you like the 3 seasons, and you just need to power through, and you're like, oh frick, this is good.
I have a trouble trying to get with the program, to be honest. All right. So,
All right.
before we end this recording, Morgan, is there any last minute things you'd like to say or add?
That today is going to be a very hectic day because I feel like there's going to be a lot of chaos. Once everybody gets like active in the chats, I feel like there's going to be a lot of craziness. So we'll see what happens tonight. Thank you.